Luke, you know how in Sunday school they had to cut some bits out so then you weren't scarred for life?
Yeah.
Or in like that one VeggieTales cartoon, how instead of they replaced Bathsheba with a rubber ducky?
Yeah, that's a little strange.
That was a little strange.
Yeah.
Cut the bit!
Cut the bit!
Cut the bit. Welcome to Theology Thursdays, led by your, I don't know if you call it co-host or host, Jacob. I know usually Luke leads these and has, well, I came up with half the ideas. He just reads them out.
Jacob comes up with 2/3 of the ideas, but I read almost all of them.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about David and Goliath today. You know, the two best buds that nothing bad ever happened between them, right, Luke?
Yeah.
They drank milkshakes together, gave fist bumps. No, that was David and Jonathan, which they were best friends. So we're going to be in First Samuel 17, verse 41.
First Samuel?
First Samuel.
All right.
Meanwhile, the Philistine with his shield bearer in front of him kept coming in. This is talking about Goliath, obviously. Kept coming closer to David. He looked David over and saw that he was a little more than a boy, you know, making fun of David. I can't believe they were so mean to him.
They really were. They were kind of mean.
Mm-hmm. And he despised him. He said to David, "Am I a dog that you came up at me with sticks?" And the Philistine cursed David by his gods. "Come here," he said, "and I'll give you flesh to your birds with wild animals."
Ooh.
David said to the Philistine, "You come against me with your sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel." He's popping off right now, guys. "Whom you have defied. The day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I'll strike you down and cut off your head." That's kind of that's not what they told me in Sunday school.
Yeah, I didn't hear that one in Sunday school.
"This very day I'll give you the carcasses of the Philistine army to the birds and the wild animals. And the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel. And all those gathered here will know that not by sword or spear that the Lord saves, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you all of you into our hands." The Philistine moved closer to attack him. David ran quickly toward the battle. So just imagine imagine that, I don't know, imagine that one scene in Narnia where they're fighting each other, but it's just one little kid and one big, really buff big guy. And then David's actually, he wasn't scrawny. I'm pretty sure David was really buff.
Maybe.
A buff 12-year-old.
Yeah.
As the Philistine moved closer to attack him, David ran quickly toward the battle line to meet him. Reaching into his bag and taking out a stone, he slung it and struck the Philistine on the forehead. The stone sank into his forehead and he fell face down onto the ground. So, now I'm thinking about it, I don't think I remember the part where it goes into his head. So it had to be bro, God was speed boost.
Yeah, probably. It sank right into his skull.
Yeah. Not good.
All right. How's that next part go?
This is where it gets a little crazy. So David tried for the Philistine with a sling and a stone. Without a sword, in his hand, he struck down the Philistine and killed him. David ran and stood over him. He took a hold of the Philistine sword and drew it from the sheath. And after he killed him, he cut off his head with the sword. And I'm guessing he was
Yeah.
Holding it like that. When the Philistines saw that their hero was dead, they turned and ran. The men of Israel entered a surge forward with a shout and pursued the Philistines to the entrance of Gath and to the gates of Ekron. Their dead were strewn along the Sherim road to Gath and Ekron. When the Israelites returned from chasing the Philistines, they plundered their camp.
Read one more verse.
David took the Philistines' head and brought it to Jerusalem. He put the Philistines' weapons in his own tent. And as Saul watched going out to the meeting, he said to Amnon the commander, "Amnon, whose son is this young man?" Amnon replied, "As surely as you live, your majesty, I don't know." The king said, "Find out whose son this is." As soon as David returned from killing the Philistine after it, Abner took him and brought him before Saul, with David still holding the Philistine's head. "Whose son are you, young man?" Saul asked him. David said, "I am the son of your servant Jesse of Bethlehem."
That was more than one verse, but that was still crazy.
Yeah, crazy. So, what I was told as a kid is that Goliath just died.
Yeah. Oh no, he got hit with the little rock. Oh no.
Oh no. But what he really did is he took this big old sword and just went.
I also find it interesting how, people are like, oh, it was definitely the rock that killed him. But, I'm not sure that rock killed him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that it was the sword that got him.
I think Goliath was like, man, what's going on?
He's like, man, I took a little spill after I got hit in the head. Wait a minute.
And then he woke up and he's like, why, what's all this fire down here, bro? You know, cuz.
What is that sound?
It's the sound of the structure falling. Yeah, guys. We're in a helicopter right now. So, we see that David was a pretty chill dude. And he was like, had like a best friend named Jonathan. Jonathan, great guy. Right, Luke?
Yeah.
He saved David's life many times.
Yes, many times.
He shot the arrow once and it was like, and David was like, oh crap, I gotta run. I gotta skedaddle out of here.
Yep.
Because Saul couldn't make up his mind if he wanted to kill the kid.
Alright. Stay tuned for our next series coming very soon on Theological Thursday. Our next Bible study series where I don't know what book we're going to read through, but it'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Alright, we might have a couple more Theological Thursdays coming out before that, but stay tuned. I'd also like to say thank you to our Patreons, Sam Shakmayev, JJ Sebastian, and Josiah Keller. Thank you for supporting the show. And if you want to be just like them, go ahead and go over to patreon.com/The Conspiracy Consultants, and you can be just like them and support the show. All right, see ya.